Game started.
Caro from the US. Okay, I get the black pieces here. Let's just try d5. Maybe I'll get to play the Chigorin defense again. Yeah, let's try this again. That had a game last time. Yeah, they take. That's not the most common response, taking, but it's twice I've seen that now. 3 times actually, not counting the one of the times. Okay, and then defending. And then you counterattack with e5. The pawn was just hanging. And then the knight comes out and then you pin it. So this is a standard kind of position. Then the normal move here is bishop d2, just breaking the pin, and then the bishop gives itself up for the knight. This move. I wonder, okay, I don't have to move anything. I could just develop. I could even try and put a pin on this knight too. Let's see if that is possible. This pin can backfire sometimes. The bishop is loose here. So if this knight can move with some great effect. I don't see any immediate way for that to happen. You can't push the e-pawn. Now this forces some action. So if I take and he takes and then I push the pawn, though, how does he save his knight? I have to take because my queen was under attack after that pin was broken. But this hits the knight here, right? And it's pinned. Okay, he counterattacks my bishop. So let's think about this. I can take with the pawn or the bishop, or I can retreat the bishop and keep it. And then his knight has to move. His knight can't go here. Can't go here. Could go there. Or it could go here to d2. Actually, d2 is probably a good square for the knight, hitting the pawn. So retreat the bishop, knight d2, or take with the pawn, and pawn takes bishop. And we've got kind of a messed up queenside structure. Let's try this. After pawn takes bishop, I have a pawn takes on g2, forking those 2 pieces. So this was not working for white. So if I haven't misunderstood something, I think I should be winning this game. So he's playing on. He's just a piece down. Let's castle queenside. This a pawn is not hanging, and he's hitting my c pawn. Let's see. I can grab here, and he's hitting my f pawn. Let him have the f pawn. Oh, well, that's nice. That's hitting my. That's a good thing. It's a good thing I took that, because that would have been an interesting tactic. His bishop is hitting the g pawn here, and the knight is the rook. The rook is trapped in the corner. So I need to move this knight, and where can it go? I guess here's the best square. So anyway, there may have been some sort of tactical way for
check
for black to get out of this situation. So now let's free up my knight so that there's not this threat of winning a rook over here. He can win a pawn, and I will let that happen. Well, I've got another check here.
Check.
That's kind of interesting, because if the king just goes back anywhere, this rook is loose. If the king goes forward, maybe I can come in with my knight and cause some trouble this way. Now I've got a discovered attack on the king. I don't know. It just goes to show you have to be alert even after you've won a piece. There was actually a serious threat on g7 that I wasn't entirely aware of, and I was sort of lucky in a way that I chose to grab that pawn with my queen because it defended g7. Okay, so now he's hitting over here. So if I just retreat the knight, his bishop is pinned. And I can play knight to... yeah, I was expecting that a while ago, and now he plays it. I can play knight to c6, hitting the pinned bishop and maybe trading it off, which would probably be good. I'm going to give up this pawn over here. I would still have 4 pawns against 4, so I'd still be okay in terms of the pawn count. My queen can't be trapped because it has an escape square here. So I think I'm okay here. He's got a check with the queen that can drive me back, but I don't have any loose pieces for him to pick up. Okay, so he's just going in there. Ah, well, this is interesting. There's a threat on... oh, the queen's defending c7. It's a bit of a threat on c7, but not yet. So let's bring the queen back, and that threatens to take this pawn here. And now I can't take that pawn. One of those little tricks. I can't take that pawn. So I can play rook to d7, hitting the queen. There's no... the queen can pin it here. I can just play check here.
Check.
And then maybe drive the queen away from that good square, and control the checks. The checks on this diagonal are all controlled by my pieces now. And so now I don't have to defend c7 for a moment. I can play a move like queen here, hitting his rook and hitting f3.
Check.
And he's got a check, right? But that check, I think, is not causing harm. I also have knight to d4 as a way to defend c7. Knight d5, rather. Knight d5. Knight d5 is a good idea anyway, because it threatens knight to e3, forking the king and the queen. And if he misses that,
check.
That's one way to pick up a point. Oh my, you don't have to play on after that.
White resigns.
Okay, I'm going to upload this and do a postmortem. It was a little bit one-sided, but on the other hand, I thought there were some interesting moments there, and there may be a place where White could have gotten back in the game. So we will take a look at that in the postmortem. See you guys later. Bye.